What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chad Arms, a.k.a. Chad D. Bobby. Oh, level 30.
And my name is Friday the 14th, a.k.a. Tony, a.k.a. a fan of the 2023 World Series champion Texas fucking Rangers, baby.
Bitch, I'm from Texas.
That's right. Go Rangers.
Hell yeah.
Fuck that.
Shout out to my Braves. We'll be back next year.
That's right.
Yep.
And
Hell of an intro to come in after on that one.
Yeah. And you already know what it is. I'm Hot Mike Chance. And I like the Texas Rangers, too, because he does.
That's right, baby.
Ooh, teamwork
Yes.
makes the dream work, you stupid.
Woo!
We're back, man. Episode 35.
30.
Let's see. Trace Cinco.
Sounds great.
Exactly.
For our Spanish interpreters.
Shoo, baby. 35 episodes, man. And welcome to the new YouTube channel.
Yes.
I know on the last one, we spoke about maybe trying to implement it by episode 50, and then things were just starting. It just made more sense to go ahead and move everything over. So we've got all of the previous episodes uploaded. We've got them playlisted. We've got clips available. And we're really going to hit y'all with tons of content, man.
Yeah. More is going to come rather than just clips from the podcast, but more than just the podcast is eventually going to come through on the channel as well.
Yeah, we've been talking about off camera. We was talking about countdowns. We were talking about maybe when we get out and about to go see maybe wrestling events or movie trips, or we can kind of implement certain things into the channel, as well as just the standard every Thursday at 7 p.m. I know the first one we uploaded last week was on Friday, but we're still going to stick to the Thursday 7 p.m.
Yeah, and thank y'all for sticking with us and jumping over on Friday when you did. And we had some new people popping into the live stream, live premiere and all that. So, I'm excited about having the new channel. It's thank y'all for blowing it. I mean, at the time of this recording, we're over 180 subs on the channel right now. So
we're hopefully by the time this drops, and on the 9th, we'll be over 200 subscribers. So thank y'all so much, man. We're going to keep building this channel from the ground up, and we're excited about it. I know these guys are. I know I am too. So
BJ
is
Viz, all our guests and everything. And we got plans on having more guests into the studio as well, talking some stuff.
And we're at Studio Richardson, too, man.
We are here.
You know what I'm saying?
And after watching the last episode and everything, man, I was really impressed with how Studio Richardson turned out for the episode.
Shout out to the sponsors.
Shout out to the sponsors, Nixon Pro Media. I'm taking the driver's seat right here.
Go ahead.
Nixon Pro Media, Trouble Spirits, Revolution One Media, and then the tag team of all tag teams, the Natural Disasters.
Shout out to Typhoon.
I just did that.
You did it, dude.
You did it.
We're all a team, dude. There's no I in this.
No.
It's a whatever they say.
It's a team. There's no I in team, but there is a me.
There is that.
There is a me, and it's a team thing. It takes two. All about me, all about you. Shout out to Police Academy. I think that was Police Academy 3.
Wow.
So,
pulling it out from the depths right there.
But yeah, shout out to Hooks was the one laying that down. If y'all remember Police Academy,
that 3
solid series. Stop after 5.
Well, shout out Shout Factory that's putting out a box set of the Police Academy movies.
Shout out to them. But what's up with this generic ass artwork, man?
Yeah.
The pictures on the screen. What's the haps with that? Do y'all not have Steve Guttenberg's fucking permission to use a Mahoney picture?
Well, I have noticed. We're getting people know that me and you are movie collectors and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
And I have noticed that this has been a trending thing with Shout Factory / Screen Factory that they've okay. They have gotten lazy, it seems like to me, in 100%. their artwork department. They're just going back to original print art, poster art and all that stuff. They're not giving the alternate artwork with anything with the 4K releases.
Yeah.
To me, it's just they're getting lazy with it.
They are, and
because they know that we're going to spend the money on it.
Right, and you know what, Screen Factory? We've had enough of it.
Do better.
Do better.
Do better.
Do you not remember what this guy did to Vinegar Syndrome on the Triple Flix Mafia channel?
I mean, yeah. Ooh.
Go check out those dislikes. I think that video is the reason YouTube got rid of the dislike button.
It probably is.
There, I've put out thousands of YouTube videos in my year.
Yes.
And I have never in my life seen one that got the amount of dislikes that Tony's rant video did.
That was something special. That was it.
You made people angry, dude.
I had
speaking
people,
facts.
Yeah, and I had people threatening my life. Of course, there was the people that told me that I was living in my parents' basement, that I never came out of there.
It's not, in fact, true at all. He has his
but
own
it's when. And then the following, what was it, last year, I believe, around Halloween this time, like Grindhouse.
There was
Grindhouse Releasing put out a picture on Instagram of me as a Halloween costume, and then that just got it rolling again. So, I mean, off of this one rant video, it's where I said that we were able to ship out copies of Gone with the Wind quicker than they were able to. Because that's when the whole Gone with the Wind craze was going on.
Dude, the movie collector community has been an insane ride. We started that in 2013. Me and Jordan met in 2013 doing movie collecting. We met Tony in 2015, but he had already been collecting movies. But the amount of fuckery that went on in the physical movie community.
Well, that we were the ones that were being honest and said that we would buy movies to flip them.
Yeah, we're not like some people that buy them and then they show them and then they show their collection and then they're on eBay 30 seconds later.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't shy about it.
Ridiculous, and you know exactly who you are if you see this. Shout out to the Viz.
Yeah,
but just call it for what it is.
Yeah, I
bought this because I won't flip the bitch.
Yeah, what was it? Flip that bitch. But it was, I think, right around COVID when it was something going on. So, Gone with the Wind was getting canceled or something like that.
Being
and Walmart had them for the super cheap, like $5. The DVDs, Blu-rays, they're like, we were selling them on eBay for like $30 to $35 a piece, and we were. The whole Middle Tennessee area, if you're looking for Gone with the Wind, sorry about your luck. We bought them all.
And guess what? Nobody was looking for Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
And if they were, they paid that $35.
Probably within a couple weeks, we made a couple $100 off selling Gone with the Winds.
We treated that like the dope game.
Yeah,
that was a good come up right there.
I mean, it was a good come up. But yeah, the amount of backlash that I got for that 10-minute
and Grindhouse Releasing not allowing you to purchase on their website.
Yeah.
Guess who was up in your store, dude?
That was me.
All of us was all up in it. and we spent money with you.
So yeah, that was a good
Shishy
time.
mouth.
But
what's up, Chance?
How are you, sir?
Man, I'm excited about this.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Here. It is November 9th, which this episode is a brainchild of the hot mic here.
Pun intended.
Unintended.
Child.
I know he said that this month was an anniversary month, but I didn't realize that we actually planned it on the actual day that the anniversary is.
Tony, when I do something, I do it big.
Okay.
Tell him, Chance.
Tell us what this episode is about.
This is about the Child's Play franchise.
I love it.
And this holds a dear spot in my heart. Okay. This is probably the first franchise that I remember watching with the original Child's Play, which we'll get into a little bit. As a kid, I was deathly afraid of Chucky.
It's very understandable.
You couldn't even say the word Chucky around me. I couldn't have a doll around me. Now, I'm talking about deathly afraid.
So you didn't have
my
buddy.
I did have my buddy.
My buddy and me.
It's well documented. My buddy doll got its eyeballs poked out. Actually, we used the pencil to poke out Ultimate Warrior's wrestling buddy's eyes, which weren't there.
Was that you and Cameron that did that?
No, that was just me.
Oh, okay.
And I say we, man, I mean me and my buddy.
Yeah. You and your buddy took out the Ultimate Warrior's eyes.
Yeah, but then
did he tell you to do that?
The Ultimate Warrior actually ended up knocking his eyes out where you could hear him rolling around. So it was an eye for an eye situation.
Okay, wow.
But
okay,
back
to your. How do we segue from that?
Sorry, dude. So you're deathly afraid of Chucky?
You're deathly afraid of Chucky, which is totally understandable because when this came out, it was 88.
Yeah, and I was born in 85, so I was a little younger. But I think I saw this I was probably 6 or 7 years old when I watched it.
Early 90s.
Yep.
So that's what spooked you, like you saw Chucky, one of the Child's Play movies, and you was like, oh, my God, that's terrifying.
Yeah, and I did have my buddy, but I didn't have it for very long after that. Yeah. But I grew up with a lot of girl cousins. They come over to my house quite a bit.
Okay.
And they had the Punky Brewster doll. Y'all remember Punky Brewster?
I remember Punky Brewster.
I'm pretty sure my sister had one.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember Punky Brewster, the show, but the doll, I grew up with all boys and everything, so I don't remember the doll. I'm sure there will be a
I'll send a picture for it, but yep.
Go ahead.
But
a pointless fact.
So one of my cousins left their Punky Brewster doll. I'm digging through the closet and everything, and see the Punky Brewster doll, just like always on Child's Play, how it happens. And then I'm like freaking out because the doll's in there. So I tell my mom, like, hey, you got to get rid of this thing. No more Punky Brewster doll in this house. So
okay, lay the law down, Chance.
So she acts like she said, I got rid of it. I think she threw it up in the attic or something.
Which is the worst place to put it.
So,
well,
come on, Mama.
A few weeks later, I'm going back through my toys looking for something. There's the Punky Brewster doll right back in the closet again.
It wasn't in the attic.
No, she just told me that she put it in the attic.
And she put it right back in the
closet. And then so I'm freaking out thinking this Punky Brewster doll done made its way back down, and it's going to kill me when I go to sleep at night.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Did your mom do that on purpose? The question is, did your mom do it on purpose?
Probably. I probably deserved it, to be honest.
First of all, Chance, I've known you long enough to know
your mother is a saint.
You're damn near a saint yourself. So if you did something to warrant that, I need to know what it is.
Yeah,
were you Macaulay Culkin in The Good Son?
I was a little terror when I was younger.
What is your version of Little Terror, though? You just take bubble gum or something?
No, man, I cussed my mom out. I did all kinds of crazy stuff.
You are from West Nashville, so there.
Hold on a second. I have maybe heard maybe 2 or 3 curse words ever come out of the mouth of Chance Richardson.
I watched Chucky and I just turned into a heathen. I just couldn't help it.
And I cannot fathom little 6-year-old Chance Richardson cussing out his saint of a mother.
It happened.
And for her to torment him enough to put the doll right back in his closet for him to find after saying, I put it in the attic.
It's back in the closet.
I've been chased with dolls, fell downstairs, everything. I'm talking about deathly afraid of dolls.
But yet this is your favorite franchise.
Yeah, because it's
scary.
I got respect. Cool. I put respect on Chucky's name.
You got
respect. With the RESPEK.
Yeah, respect on Chucky's name.
On Chucky's name.
All three of y'all.
I will say this: the Child's Play franchise did rank lower on the big franchises to me. Going before rewatching all these and everything, it hasn't really moved. I'd still, of course, Friday the 13th is my number one. I'd still say it's below the Texas Chainsaw franchise to me, but I did enjoy some of the movies that I didn't the first time I watched them.
Yeah,
I will say I had more fun with some of them. Some of them I still highly disdained, from the first time I watched them. But there were some in there that I enjoyed more than than previous watches on them.
Yeah. As far as a franchise, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. It's about the same as like Nightmare on Elm Street, isn't it?
That's where I put it too.
I mean, it's above Leprechaun because I do like some of the Leprechaun movies.
I do. I have fun with the
Leprechaun and Child's Play. I kind of can put in the same ballpark. You know what I'm saying? Just because of, Leprechaun and Chucky being the doll, like it kind of is the same type of vibe.
Yeah.
You kind of have to be a little bit comedic with it. But this franchise does have some hits and it does have some huge misses. But
I will say I like the more serious Chucky side more than the jokey Chucky.
Yeah, they did Chucky just like they did Freddy. Like they started him out, he wasn't really doing the one-liners. Then that's all he was doing.
Yeah, I mean, there was hints of like just little ones here and there. Got him.
Bless you.
There were instances. What? Sorry.
There were little short times where you get like a little snarky Chucky comments, and then like you said, it went the full-on. Everything's got to be a one-liner.
Yeah, same. It was that Freddy Krueger treatment, man.
Yeah,
But
I guess we'll start off with, like we said, this being November 9th, 1988. The original Child's Play came out. directed by Tom Holland, the same man that did Fright Night.
Yep, and Thinner.
Yeah, which I'm a fan. That's one of
I do like Thinner, man.
Yeah,
I was late to the party
for
on
a Stephen King adaptation.
Yeah, I hate that they didn't get it's dropping on Scream Factory Collector's Edition, but it's not being a 4K.
Yeah, it's weird.
I did like that when I was late to the party on it, but yeah, go ahead.
And then he brings the Detective Norris.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Fright Night too. He plays what's the main vampire in Fright Night? The main guy, the main antagonist in Fright Night.
I know you're talking
That's
about.
Detective Norris in the original Child's
What's the
Play.
dude's name? Chris Sarandon?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. But you get Alex Vincent playing Andy.
Yep.
You get, of course, the great Brad Dourif supplying the voice for that supplies the voice for Chucky and plays Charles Lee Ray. The whole voodoo aspect of it at the beginning, where he transforms his soul into the body of a what are the good guys dolls, and then she comes across, gets him one from a homeless guy after the building explodes, and then after going back and watching, I didn't realize it takes a while for Chucky to get going in this one. It's almost like half the movie.
Yeah, I think I don't think that he was expecting that to work. Him transferring his soul into that doll.
Yeah,
which he kind of talks about later on in the movie.
Yeah, but I mean, that first little sign that it worked is when I forget what the lady's at the babysitter or whatever. That's
Aunt Maggie.
Yeah, Aunt Maggie.
When she does the longest stumble out of that window, she stumbles back for like 30
She's
minutes.
jumpy.
Yeah,
And then
She's jumpy.
She on a pair of roller skates, but that one little tick 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 when he tickets across the screen there. The practical effects that's one thing I will give this franchise is probably the practical effects are some of the best you'll ever come across, especially with the animatronics that they had to use for Chucky himself.
Yeah.
Because I believe they said that there's 9 guys total controlling the facial expressions, the body movements, and everything on those scenes where they were on Chucky and everything.
That's pretty crazy, yeah.
Yeah,
especially for the time, for 88. You know what I mean? That's kind of the cutting edge of that stuff.
Do you notice the times where it switches to a little person?
Yeah, the one scene where he's running across the scene right there.
And then running up the stairs.
He's getting it, though.
I think it's at Eddie Caputo's place where he's about to blow it up and going up the stairs and stuff. You can just see it's like he's about 3 times the size of as a doll.
Yeah. And I did see where they had to shoot a lot of some of the scenes like elevated to get the right setting and camera angles and everything for the movie. And I didn't realize that the original title for the movie was supposed to be "Batteries Not Included."
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! I didn't know that either.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a Spielberg shit, wasn't it?
Yeah. Spielberg kind of put the
Didn't
hooks
like
on
that
that
movie
one.
either, really.
It wasn't all that it was cracked up to be.
I mean, back in the day, maybe but that and The Boy Who Could Fly and all them that time frame, like I just wasn't really into them like that.
But I think the movie really starts taking off once the mom finds out that Chucky doesn't have any batteries in him, and then has a famous scene where she threatens to throw him in the fireplace, and that's when the snarky Chucky finally comes out. The Charles Lee Ray Chucky comes out, and then it's on from there on out, which is. It's a thriller up to that point and then turns into a slasher in a way.
Yeah, well, and two, you got the first chunk of time without Chucky really. You have that whole back and forth with Alex and his mom where he's trying to tell her.
Yeah, that's Chucky.
That's Chucky, and she's like, well, and rightfully so. She's thinking he's crazy, he's making it up. But then shit hits the fan.
Yeah, but kudos to Alex Vincent for being that young. I mean, he's an effective role in this movie because you feel bad for him because nobody's believing him in these situations. And I think he was maybe 6 or 7 years old when he filmed that movie.
Yep, and he can cook breakfast.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to call it that.
I mean, he was cooking diabetes for breakfast. Diabetes.
He got a whole case of diabetes.
Spilt 90% of it before he got it to his mom. But
yeah,
that's
COD
it's a thought
for
that
sure.
counts.
Case of diabetes.
He's got that bowl cut too, though.
Yeah.
But I mean, I enjoy the first Child's Play.
Oh, I love the first one. Man.
Yeah, it's
suspenseful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's tone, bro.
It's a thriller mixed with the slasher in that one.
Yep.
Because you get the suspense marks in it, and then it turns into full on horror once shit starts hitting the fan.
And I like how whenever he first goes into the doll, it looks like he looks younger, and then throughout the movie he looks older and older as he becomes more human.
Yes, and because you can see the shininess of the plastic falling, it's
and
away,
he starts like losing his hair and has a receding hairline and all that stuff. So
trying to get that soul of that little boy. It's a little creepy though how that one line where he says he has a date with a 6-year-old.
Yeah,
it's a little
iffy
right there.
Man. They did all kinds of crazy shit they couldn't do now. It was also, I just saw in the notes you said it. So they was going to try to call it Batteries Not Included. Then they were going to try to call it Blood Buddy.
Yeah,
I think that would have been a dope.
That would have been a cool name too.
At first it was supposed to be like if the doll was supposed to be full of blood, and somehow his blood and Andy's blood was supposed to mix or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was going to be a totally different movie.
Yeah.
But I like the route that they went.
For sure. Yeah. Plus, it's more marketable. So calling it Child's Play than calling it Blood Buddy.
Yeah, and Brad
the word
Dourif.
blood. Yeah,
and Brad Dourif is iconic. I don't think anybody else could, other than the remake.
It's like Robert Englund and Freddy Krueger.
Yeah,
nobody tried that.
Yeah, nobody can have that, especially the laugh of Chucky. The laugh stands out more than anything. But I dug the ending of it where they throw him in the fireplace and you get barbecued Chucky coming out of there. But it's crazy how that little doll. It's every time he dies, it is a graphic ending for Chucky.
Oh, man,
he gets it.
Yeah, because the first one, isn't that when he got charred?
Yep.
And then he his hand
they shoot the hand off of
him. Yeah, dude.
And then just blow him up with that .357 Magnum, that Dirty Harry pistol.
And it's crazy too that it was in '88 there was $9 million budget for this movie. Wow. So obviously it was the majority of that was used on the effects like the animatronics, and
it had to
of course
be.
Brad Dourif probably wasn't cheap either. But
because was that after? When did Exorcist 3 come out? Would it have been before?
I don't know.
This, I know he was.
1990.
Okay,
yep.
So Exorcist 3 was after this, but Brad Dourif was doing plenty of stuff before.
Yeah. And the budget was $9 million, and it did like $44 million grossed worldwide. So it definitely did. And with it being the first movie, I love the first Child's Play, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And evidently
the kills were cool, and the build and everything.
And evidently, it could have been a 2-hour plus movie. They cut out a bunch of stuff with Chucky in the movie, but they wanted to set it up to be more suspenseful, less kind of like the Jaws effect. The less you get, the more it draws you in and everything. Yeah. So, but no, I really dig Child's Play. It's a fun one. But let's see, 2 years later to the day, you get Child's Play 2, which I'll say this is my favorite out of the whole Child's Play franchise.
Okay.
You get a whole lot more Chucky in this one right from the get go.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I don't understand, you had with this franchise, you kind of put in disbelief about how Chucky keeps coming back, because this one you have the charred Chucky, they're bringing him over,
clean him up.
They're cleaning him up instead of throwing him away or throwing him in an incinerator and getting rid of all the shit.
But yeah, they were saying they wanted to try to figure out what had went wrong with it.
Yeah, and try to sweep it under the rug,
yep.
and then we get all hell breaks loose in the factory there, and Chucky electrocutes the dude, and
it picks up pretty quick.
This one, this one's from start to go, and I think it's only like 80 minutes. This one is only an hour and 20 minutes, and it's full on go the whole time of this one. That's what I think. That's what I like so much about it. It's just full on get go. It's Chucky. You get a whole lot more smart ass Chucky, and it's just rolling through the whole time. You get Alex Vincent back as Andy,
and they explained that his mom had been put in a psych ward, and then the cops they said pretty much said that they were crazy.
That's right. That's right.
Which I didn't understand, because it's like, why wouldn't they just tell what happened? But maybe they're scared of losing their jobs. Who knows?
Yeah, with a multi-million-dollar toy company.
Yep.
Yeah. But Yeah, with as well because what'd you say? This one grossed over $44 million. The first one grossed over $44 million on a $9 million budget. So they're bringing Chucky back.
And how crazy were these parents? They bring them in and they're fostering them. Yep, and then they have a Child's Play doll or a Chucky doll right there.
Yeah, that would have been your worst nightmare walking in. If you're mom, it's like, oh, here's your Pokey Brewster doll back.
Yeah, like why would you do that?
Yeah, well, and two, like in the notes too, you got where it was, and I saw this on IMDb too, I think, or somewhere at Wikipedia, where they were trying to make it during the Christmas time.
Yeah.
And that makes sense because that's why you see all the damn dolls everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, because especially in the ending scene with this foster sister when they go back into the good guy factory.
Yeah.
Which was one of my favorite kills in the whole franchise is in that one where the little worker gets the eyes.
Oh, dude, that kill was crazy.
Yeah,
that was a crazy kill.
That's what I'd say. 2 definitely stepped up a notch from 1 in the kills and of course just feeding you
the
more
action. There's a lot more action in that one. It moved a lot quicker. And then how I was happy whenever that foster dad died.
When he got his. That's one of the first times that you get like this little one of the true smart ass Chucky moments right there.
Yep.
When he's hanging from the stairs there and then drops him on his neck. I'm a fan of that.
How's it hanging?
Yeah.
Classic.
But this one had a budget of $13 million. They stepped up the budget on this one with $13 million. And it grossed another over $35 million worldwide, $28 million in the U.S. It was just a success that they pushed the next one way too fast for, in my opinion.
Less than a year, like 10 months later.
10 months later.
Child's Play 3. Yeah.
That takes place 8 years.
You could tell. Child's Play 3 is rough, bro.
Yeah.
I have a soft spot for it.
It's rough, bro.
It's bad, but I'm probably I guess I could compare it to Rob Zombie Halloween for me with that one because I enjoy it a whole lot more than a lot of people do. I know it ranks down at the bottom of a lot of people's list, but I enjoy Child's Play 3.
I don't like the setting.
The military academy.
And all the characters in there, all the military characters are awful, bro.
Yeah.
They're awful.
I guess what draws me to Child's Play 3 is the last act more than anything.
Yeah.
When they go to the carnival, I think that's what I like the most out of that whole movie.
And the grenade scene.
Yeah, boy, he took one for the team. Right? Dude, that one scene where they're supposed to be having the paintball gun or the what do they call
capture the flag or something?
Yeah, capture the flag or whatever. But they're supposed to be doing like paintball version of it. And dude, that could. I remember watching that the first time and be like, dude, this is going to be a freaking massacre.
Yep.
I thought there were going to be more kills out of that, but I guess they had to cut that back because they wanted to have that a whole lot more bigger and effective. But I guess, which makes sense, killing kids is not probably the best idea to do in a movie. A bunch of kids.
Yep.
Well, and the thing about this one too, like the final scene with it being at the amusement park is cool, but it's such an insane like ride.
Oh yeah, it's like
that's not where that.
It does
really
not make sense.
It doesn't make
they
any
walk up
sense.
to it. It's like in a tent, but there's a roller coaster going through it. There's what was the thing for Guts?
It's like a Universal Studios.
Crag,
yeah,
dude.
fucking
aggro crag.
climbing up that thing. And then everybody, shit's hitting the fan inside of there, and people are still riding around. Holy shit, what was that?
Riding around
on the ride like nothing's going on with you. You got you got Chucky's half of his face cut off, shooting at little kids. I do like
rough,
that.
Dog. I know you love it, but it's rough.
I don't love it. I like it.
Okay, you like it. Chance, what do you think of 3?
It's not one of my favorites, but it's a lot better than the other ones.
No, it's not. Yeah, trust me.
but
it's rough, but it's not near as bad as some of the other.
yeah, I
ones
just
we're
don't like. I don't like the guy that plays Andy in that one.
Yeah,
I
don't
do
know.
like the garbage truck scene where he
yeah.
Yeah,
where
that
he-
one was cool.
Yep.
That thing.
But it's just like I don't know. By the time Andy's older, it's like he would just be able to kick him at this point. Just kick him.
Yeah, you're a teenager now. You can take down a little
But-
doll here. Yeah.
Hey,
You got to have a movie.
I was scared of Punky Brewster, so I can't say nothing.
I didn't realize that Peter Jackson was first called about directing this movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Can you imagine that?
Well, it was probably
After
shortly-
Dead
it was probably
Alive.
Yeah, it was probably after Dead Alive. Budget on this same as last one, 13 million, but it only made 20.
Yeah.
Now, I say only 20 because the first one made 44, the second one made 35, and they less than a year later they dropped this one. So
Yeah, they were trying.
they
to
kind of
tap
jumped.
in
They
on
were trying to jump the gun on it. I mean, and it still made them $7 million to the good, ultimately, but
Yeah.
it gets rough from this one.
Yeah. Then you get into these next two.
I hate these next two, bro.
I don't.
I hate them.
I rewatched this one. Bride of Chucky came out October 16th, 1998.
So over 8 years later.
Yeah. Directed by Ronnie Yu, which he also did Freddy vs. Jason, and a bunch of Japanese martial arts movies or Chinese martial arts movies. I rewatched it after rewatching this one, knowing what I was getting in for. I had a little bit more fun. Like I can't stand the regular two people in this movie. What's
Jennifer Tilly.
no, Katherine Heigl.
Katherine Heigl.
The couple that's that they're trying to possess. Yes, they are terrible.
9 years later, she went on to being knocked up.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
But I didn't mind this time. I didn't mind the Chucky and Tiffany parts in it. Shout out John Ritter.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Like
Yep.
random cameo.
Yeah, he gets killed twice in this one.
Yeah.
They think they
They're
kill him.
good too. They're good kills. Well, the one with the nails or whatever, I like
Yeah.
that one better.
The kills are stepped up a notch in this one. The story, yeah, it's
Awful, bro.
Oh, it's not good.
I'm a big fan of this one.
Are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
No.
No, but I thought I went. This is the first Chucky movie that I saw in the theater,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I liked it then, and then I watched it a little bit later in life, and didn't like it as much. But going back and rewatching them and watching it, in between those times, I like it. I like it.
Like I said, I liked it more watching it this time as well.
I think that I like Jennifer Tilly. I think this is the only one that I like her in. The rest of them, I'm not a big fan of her in those. And then, having John Ritter, and I like they kind of changed the story up a little bit of how Chucky can transfer his body and stuff.
They started switching that up too.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Yeah.
With the heart of Tumbala or whatever, he had
the
to
little
go
voodoo,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it made for an interesting movie with them meeting up with the other couple, and everyone thought that they were the ones that were going on the killing spree,
Yeah.
and then them two were like
Behind
questioning
it.
each other.
Yeah.
They were questioning each other. So I think it gave a little bit of suspense, but
That and the whole anatomically correct
yeah,
comment. And when
that one kill though was pretty good. Where the
kills
kills
are
in
good.
this one are
the
Kills are good.
Yeah.
The kills are good, and like I said, I enjoyed this one more watching
Yep.
it this time. For what it was, I knew going in knowing what it is and all that. But I remember the promotion for this movie was outrageous.
I used to see it on Monday Night Raw or Nitro. Or
Yeah.
Nitro. He was on. He had
on
a
Nitro.
a segment with one of the Steiners, I believe.
yeah.
Rick Steiner.
Rick Steiner. Yes, he did. Damn it. That's what it was.
Yeah,
dude.
he had a promo
God.
segment with Rick Steiner, but yet the advertisement for Chucky was everywhere going into this movie.
Bro, the budget for this one was the same amount. So the budget for this was $25 million. The budget for the previous two combined was $26.
Yeah,
So they and it still made double what they put into it. But like
it was that late '90s, that late '90s horror run. You had Scream around that came out in '96.
It's just getting him a wife, like a wife.
The whole Tiffany thing,
that whole thing. I just hate every bit of that.
Yeah,
and I mean, we can go into the next one. This next one is abomination. The worst. It's one of the worst horror movies.
Yep.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, this
not just it's the lowest on my list. Spoiler alert. This is one of the worst horror movies I've ever watched.
Yeah, it's bad. I've
seen some stink turds, bro. Right, Seed of Chucky is what we're talking about. 2004, November 12th, 2004. Mancini's directing debut.
The first time he's directed one, and you can tell why this one went straight to on-demand movies after this movie.
I mean, bro.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane, bro.
Yeah.
Chucky's beating off into a cup. We're looking at Playboy, Fangoria magazines.
Yeah, using turkey basters.
You see his brides like doll titties.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
And
then the whole shit face.
Yeah.
Is what Glenda.
Yeah, the whole I don't know if I'm a boy or if I'm a girl.
I don't like the whole meta Jennifer Tilly's playing herself. It's just a terrible.
Too much going on.
They tried to be like Scream 3 because she was like it was like an Inception shit, movie inside of a movie inside of a, and the seed of Chucky finds them across the country.
Yeah, it takes a road trip. And
it's got a British accent. It pisses itself. Like, what is going on, dude?
That him and Chucky go on a road trip themselves, driving they take off.
How are they driving? They're both driving. Who's got the pedals? Make it make sense.
Driving a Hummer at that, one of the big Hummers. But no, it's.
I feel like Charles Lee Ray wouldn't have put up with that.
And I'm going to bring back one of your movies, too. Chucky does a full-on Myers H2O drop in this movie, but he drops from his feet, just like he's sliding down a wall, like he's fucking Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you're not defending this movie this time.
No. I mean, I think it's so ridiculous that it's funny at sometimes, but not that funny.
It's an abomination of a movie.
They missed on it.
Not to mention, there's the corny scene where he's chasing Britney Spears down.
Oh yeah, the fake Britney Spears,
and it's not her, but it's supposed to be Britney Spears in the movie.
Yeah, and it's.
And then he says, "Oops, I did it again." I'm like, God damn it, dude, stop it.
Now, the only thing I will give it, I do like the look of Chucky with like the stitched up face and all that stuff. That's it.
And he didn't even do the good guy voice in this one.
No, that's right.
I think it's one. I don't know if it's.
I think you're right. One. But I think, it's the only time that the good guy voice.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, good guy's voice ain't used.
I noticed that part too. I was like, he didn't
and then
even
that
do that
fight
part.
scene between Glenn and Chucky at the end where he's like doing a Matrix flip over top of him.
How. I hate this movie, dude. So bad. It's
bad.
Okay, let's say this. Halloween franchise, Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, Nightmare on Elm Street franchise.
It's the worst out of all of them.
Friday the 13th.
It's the worst out of all
Child's Play, right? These 5 right here.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the worst film in that entire grouping of movies?
I put Nightmare on Elm Street below it.
Which one? No. I'm talking about Seed of Chucky.
In
the big 5.
Just the movie, not the franchise.
All right.
In the big 5.
Yeah.
Across the board, is this the worst movie in that entire 5 franchise grouping? To me, it's worse than Jason X.
Yeah, it's worse.
It's worse than Halloween Resurrection because a doll beats off into a cup.
I think there's
got to remember that.
I think there's a worse movie in this franchise though.
Oh really?
Yep.
Oh man,
this is not the worst movie in the franchise to you.
No.
Holy cow!
I don't understand that. Chance.
It
makes me. We're going. Look, $12 million budget, and it made $24 million.
And that's why it took almost 11 years. Took 9 years for it.
Wait. Not to mention, Redman's in this.
Oh yeah, Redman is in.
Fresh off the How High buzz, and there's the whole thing where he's motorboating Jennifer Tilly. He forcefully tries to get her to blow him. I'm like, what is happening in this movie?
It's so ridiculous.
And
It's
not to
just-
mention,
it's a comedy.
that's my point.
Yeah, it's not a
horror movie.
It's a comedy movie. He went full on comedy more than horror in this one.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. I fucking hated it. Okay, sorry. Anybody else want to say anything else about Seed of Chucky? Can
No,
we
that's
please
it
move
because
on?
it's fucking
Yeah.
sucks.
Next up, I'll be honest with you. I really dig this one.
I
Curse of
dig,
Chucky.
yeah, I dig this one. After the first time I watched it, I think it was just like, I like the first couple Child's Play. That's it. I didn't really give it a shot, but after rewatching it, I really dug Curse of Chucky.
Yeah.
I saw this on Netflix the first time I saw it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I had already had the set, and I just hadn't gotten to it. I'd watched the first 3 multiple times, and I'd seen, unfortunately, the 2 previous. But Curse and Cult, after Seed of Chucky, I didn't want to watch any more.
That's exactly how I was.
And I think they knew that. That's why they waited 9 fucking years.
Yeah.
It was like, well, I guess everybody maybe forgot about Seed of Chucky.
Let's just hope they
we
did.
had Chucky, give us a semen sample, and she'd get a turkey baster. I didn't even say that.
I got that in there for you.
Yep.
I put it in the turkey baster.
Okay, yeah, but Curse. I thought Curse was dope though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably the goriest in my
Yeah.
opinion. It's probably the most brutal, and I dig this the jokes. The jokes laying more in this one for me than any of them but it's a whole lot darker too. It goes more back to the horror side more than the comedy horror.
Yeah, it's closer to the original, I think.
Yeah,
than,
it's all set in that house.
Mhm.
And this is after this one. This is when they weren't even getting in the theaters anymore, correct?
Yeah. This one.
This was straight to like
straight
DVD
to,
or
yeah,
whatever.
straight to on demand or straight to streaming, and then went straight to DVD.
I just like the vibe of this one. I thought it was cool too. I like the scene, the dinner table scene where he's got the rat poison and he puts it in the chili in it.
Yeah, you don't know who's gonna.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like from a standpoint of 9 years ago, you saw how they were. There was nothing even close to anything remotely cool like that. And then they're like, okay, let's. Even though this is a doll, let's somewhat make it somewhat realistic because that could happen.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I didn't realize that they shot this movie in only 30 days.
it didn't feel like it.
No.
I mean, why? It's higher up on my list, man.
Yeah, I dig the
it's in
setting
the-
of it.
yeah.
All being in that one set in the creepy house.
Yep. I like that.
I think Fiona Dorff done a great job.
Yeah, which is the daughter
Yep.
of Brad Dourif.
Yeah, which I
She's
didn't
playing
even know
the
that till,
major
like,
the role of what's her name, Nika.
Mhm.
I think that's what.
Yep.
Yep.
She's the main girl in it. She's wheelchair bound and all that stuff, so that makes it a little bit more effective for her to get away from from Chucky and all that.
and the budget was only $5 million, bro.
Yeah,
It's the lowest budget that they've had so far.
yeah.
And is this
Even
the
the
one?
first one was 9.
Is this the one that you find out that she is Charles Lee Ray's daughter?
I think
Or is that the next?
that's Colt because that's
Yep.
when she comes across the videotape and all that stuff.
Yep,
Where
yep.
he's like in the background and he has like the infatuation with her mom and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
I don't think he was her dad. He was just He came along when her mom was pregnant with Nika.
Oh, gotcha. Yep.
And he's
Yep.
the reason why she became paralyzed
Yep.
because he stabbed her mom in the stomach.
Yeah.
That's made her paralyzed before she was born and all that stuff.
Yep.
But no, Curse. Yeah, we're talking
Curse.
still talking about Curse.
Yeah.
See,
I did Curse, man.
Yeah, I
Kills were cool. Kills are good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I dug it.
I
man.
had fun with it. I had a whole lot more fun. I enjoyed it a whole lot more this time watching it than I did the first time because this was only my second watch of it.
Yeah, I've seen it, I think 3 times. 'Cause I saw it on Netflix, then I watched it again. And then I'd seen it another time before that.
But it, like I said, the first time I watched it, I had that bad taste, like you said, after Seed of Chucky. I was like, man, I fuck Chucky. I don't want to I don't want to give it another chance. But this one brought
it back.
Yeah, this one brought it back.
And then 4 years later, you got Cult of Chucky, written and directed by Mancini again.
Yep.
You got Alex Vincent.
Which he had an end of credit scene at the end of of Curse of Chucky.
Yep.
Where somehow that's when you start seeing this is the starts of multiple Chuckies going on and everything, which is pretty cool. I mean, you have to evolve it somehow and everything.
Yeah.
This one is the one that I put below Seed of Chucky.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh,
It didn't do anything for me at
Really?
all.
I don't care for it. But there's no way it's worse.
I
than
feel
Seed of
like
Chucky.
they just done this for a money grab. Like it wasn't that this movie just didn't need to be made.
And
Well,
there
a
was
Seed of Chucky didn't need to be made either. But
Yeah.
at least it kind of played off the last one.
I couldn't even find a budget for this one
Yeah.
and everything on there because it was this one was once again straight to DVD, straight to digital, and all that stuff. It does get really convoluted. Yeah, I use that word, convoluted.
with the possession shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the possession stuff and the multiple Chuckies coming in.
Yeah, it was,
The short-haired Chucky.
I think they're doing that with the series right now.
Yeah, see, I haven't watched
the
any
series
of
at
the
all.
series and everything.
Yeah.
But
And
I'm like you.
this one's supposed to end like going into the series, though, correct? With the ending is pretty cool. I think with how Nika, spoiler alert, Nika gets possessed by Chucky.
Yeah.
And
That's cool.
And that's my favorite part is the ending of the movie where she walks out and then there's Tiffany and everything, and then they drive off and they leave Andy locked up in the cell to pretty much take the blame for everybody being dead, and then ends it.
Done.
But it's down there on the list.
It's
movie-wise.
not. Yeah, I don't care for this one, but I don't hate it. I just don't. It does nothing for me, like Chance said, but it is, in my opinion, nowhere close to as bad as Seed of Chucky.
Yeah.
But I mean, then we got the last one, man. We've got the good old fashioned Child's Play 2019 remake.
Yep. Don Mancini has nothing to do with this. None of the original because that's what I will give Don Mancini credit for throughout all the movies that he's been attached with. It's pretty much the same cast and crew that he uses for every single movie.
Yep.
Which is pretty impressive. But I guess it was a whole. I forget who owned the right. Universal owns the rights to, I think, Child's Play 2 and on. And maybe, is it Miramax, maybe?
Or MCA or something.
MCA that owns the rights to Child's Play, the original Child's Play. So I think that's how they were able to do it without having Mancini involved with it.
Yeah.
And that's, of course, why you don't have Brad Dourif playing the voice of Chucky.
No.
Which is a terrible idea to make a movie and not have him voice it.
Yeah.
But who did they have voice?
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill is probably one of the best Jokers. His voice work is. I didn't mind Mark Hamill stepping into that role.
No, I mean with it not being Brad Dourif, they still went hard as far as going and grabbing somebody.
Yeah.
Like Mark fucking Hamill. That ain't just nobody.
Yeah, and then you got our girl Aubrey Plaza in this one.
Celebrity chick Aubrey Plaza is my favorite. She's awkward. She's. I think that's what I think's cool about her. I hated her in this movie though.
Really?
She's just a shitty mom.
Yeah, that she is.
Horrible mother.
Yeah, working at the Quickie Mart, or not like working at like a Walmart and stuff.
Well, not just that she works at Walmart, just her decision making.
Yeah.
Like, she's just not.
Where she leaves him in the store by
That's what I'm
himself.
saying. Yeah, like just that absent-minded shit. But
We love Aubrey Plaza.
oh yeah, we do. for
April
sure.
Ludgate. That's what Parks and Rec.
And I get with it being 2019, it's the whole smart home Chucky.
See, that's what I do dig the whole AI aspect.
Yeah, I
of
mean,
it
because if
and
you're gonna
everything.
reboot it, you know what I mean. It makes sense if it's the times that we're in now. To kind of revamp it. I just didn't like the way Chucky looked, bro.
Yeah, he looks terrible.
He looks like a droid.
Yeah,
He don't look like a doll at all. And
No.
like,
it's a Megan.
yes. It looks like a robot.
Yeah.
Like he don't look like. Even though it has some cool kills in it,
That's what this movie should have. They just should, instead of calling it Child's Play, they just should have named it Buddy
Yeah.
instead of Child or Megan, because Megan is pretty much the same thing that the Child's Play remake is. It's both of those are the same movie.
yeah.
Except for Child's Play is rated R and a whole lot more graphic. I will give it this: the kills in this one. There's not as many kills as I remembered there being. I think there's only like 6 in the
I
whole
remember
movie.
the ridiculous car one.
Yeah,
Where he chases down the smart car. I'm just like, oh my god.
yeah. The Christmas light one with
Yeah.
with Aubrey Plaza's boyfriend that ends up having a family and everything.
Yeah. Two-timer.
And the worst one though is the poor little kitty cat. Where
the kitty. Yeah.
He records it and plays it for Andy sitting in and then plays it in the bedroom. Terrible. That scene is creepy as hell when Chucky's sitting in the corner of the bedroom and all you see is just like the eyes and everything.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I had fun with it. Like I said, when Megan came out, Megan come out last year?
I hated that movie. That's my spoiler. That's my
this year. Yeah, Megan
that's
came
the
out.
Bottom of my list.
It came out at the beginning of this year. Yeah. It's Child's Play, but in PG-13 form.
And not near as. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Child's Play 2019, but it's so much better than Megan.
I agree wholeheartely.
$10 million budget for this one. They still made 40-something million. 44, 45.
But we won't ever get a sequel out of this one. So.
No.
Because they don't have the rights to it.
No, and I don't. I haven't watched. I don't really plan on watching the series. I've heard it's terrible.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the show.
Chance didn't even say he liked the series.
Yeah, I watched some of the first season, and then I went to go back to watch the second, and I just.
Now, is it a USA Network or Sci-Fi? USA
Network? Sci-Fi, I think.
Sci-Fi Network.
I mean, I don't want to say that.
Yeah, it's not good.
I know my dad, Kent Murphy, is a huge fan of the sci-fi movies.
So is my pops. My pops loves B-rated, like the B movies on Netflix.
Two-Headed Shark Attack. Kent Murphy's all about that.
Oh, exactly, Kent Murphy. Let's do our rankings, man.
Okay.
Chance, you go first.
This is your franchise.
All right, we're starting from the best to the worst.
Breast.
Breast to last.
Breast to worst.
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, obviously the original is my favorite.
Yes.
It's just an OG. You got to put respect on Chucky's name.
Put respect on his name.
And then I'd say Child's Play 2 just because of the third act and that. I like it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just it's more fast paced than the first one. Then number 3 is Bride of Chucky.
Oh, wow. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I
different chance.
Yep,
Always different chance.
And then 4 is Child's Play 3. Then 5 is Curse of Chucky.
Nice.
6 is the remake. 7, Seed of Chucky. And 8, Cult of Chucky.
He wasn't lying when he said he hated Cult of Chucky.
Yeah.
And he wasn't lying.
And I don't really like Seed of Chucky. I mean, those two are almost interchangeable. But I at least I can laugh at some of the stuff in Seed of Chucky. Cult of Chucky was just depressing.
Yeah. I'll go next then.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go. Child's Play 2 is my number 1. It's right there. You could put Child's Play 1 and Child's Play 2 right there together. Mm-hmm. But I just like Child's Play 2 just because it's a little bit more fast paced. You get more Chucky. Then I have the original 1988. Then I have Child's Play 2019 as my number 3. Child's Play 3. Curse of Chucky, Bride of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, and then Seed of Chucky as my finish it out. Half of those, like I said, I could, thinking about it now, I could probably swap around Curse and Child's Play 3 after talking about it and stuff. I probably enjoy that one more now because it's faster paced and because the third act of Child's Play 3 sticks out more than anything, like I said, but yeah, the rest of them I can get rid of. The bottom 3 I could just get rid of.
Right. Mine would be Child's Play 1. The OG would be my number 1. Child's Play 2 would be my number 2. And my number 3 would be Curse of Chucky.
Nice.
Like I said, I really did like that one. Then I'd go Child's Play 3 as my number 4. The 2019 remake would be 5. And then it would be Cult at 6, Bride at 7, and Seed at the 100th spot.
Wow,
those last 3 to me, Cult, Bride, and Seed are all just dog shit.
Yeah, I can
it's
pass
it's just how big of a pile of dog shit are they? And to me, yeah, but honestly, I'm cool with just them first 4. The remake's okay. It's better than those last 3, but I don't really like the remake like that.
No.
I kind of here we go. Child's Play 2019 I hold in the same spot as like Halloween 2018.
Boom. Okay, I got you. Yeah, very comparable.
I don't like it really, but I don't hate it.
Yeah.
It's kind of indifferent.
I like it.
But yeah, man.
That's
Child's Play franchise, man.
Happy 35th anniversary to the Child's Play franchise.
And
it's
this
crazy.
is episode 35 too.
Wow, that's
we didn't even plan it, man. You know what? That's the universe.
The stars are aligning. I was trying to think. The stars are aligning.
Yeah, I was gonna say God did, but God and Chucky probably aren't cool.
No,
on the same
probably
friends
not.
list on Facebook or anything.
The YouTuberverse.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
For sure.
Whammy.
Y'all do us a favor. Brand new subscribers, thank y'all so much. People that moved over, thank y'all so much. If you're coming across this video and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Also, the link is in the description for the audio format on all platforms: Spotify, Google, Apple, all those. Be sure to subscribe on those. Shout out to the sponsors: Trouble Spirits, Nixon Pro Media, Revolution One Media, and the Natural Motherfucking Disasters.
And we got one more thing to shout out too. One of our co-hosts here has started his own podcast as well that we need to shout out here.
Let's go.
Give us a little drop on that new podcast you started up here.
All right, everyone. Look, I own Revolution One Media, one of the sponsors here. So I love business owners. So I decided I was going to start a YouTube channel where I talk to business owners and talk about different business things that business owners go up against. So
I like it. Where can they find it? Where can they find that podcast at?
Man, just type in Chance Talks Business. It's
You
original.
You ain't even got to type it in. The link will be in the description. Y'all be sure
Ooh.
to subscribe to him, man.
Even better right there.
You're subscribed there. Subscribe here. Go subscribe there, man.
Hit up our Instagrams. All those links are down below.
Yeah, and just keep the bells on for the notification bells on, because we're going to be uploading other content on the channel besides just full episodes. We're going to upload shorts from previous episodes. We're going to eventually start doing other stuff, maybe some countdown stuff, out and about stuff. So just stay tuned, man. We're going to keep growing the channel, and we appreciate y'all's support, man. I'm Chatty Bobby, 1130 Chat Arms TV.
I'm Friday the 14th.
And I'm Hot Mike Chance.
We out this motherfucker. Bow.